This is day one of Advent of Cyber 2025, and this challenge is called Linux CLI Shell Spells. The unthinkable has happened. Skitty has been kidnapped. Without her, Wereville's defenses are faltering, and Christmas itself hangs by a thread. But panic won't save the season. A long road lies ahead to uncover what truly happened. The TBFC, Best Festival Company, team already brainstormed what to do next. And their first lead points to the TBFC Web01, a Linux server processing Christmas wish lists. Somewhere within its data may lie the truth, traces of McSkitty's final actions, or perhaps the clues to King Malhair's twisted vision for Eastmas. The learning objectives for this challenge are to learn the basics of Linux command line interface, CLI, explore its use for personal objectives and ID administration, and apply your knowledge to unveil the Christmas mysteries. So for this challenge there is no text box needed. The virtual machine needs to be started, which can be started right here. And for this one there's split screen available. As we can see, it already opened the virtual machine split screen mode, and if you want you can directly connect to it via IDP or SSH. So start the lab by clicking the start machine below, which we've already done. Opened up in show split screen view, and once the machine is loaded you'll have a terminal window, and that's the Linux CLI. You'll need to type the commands into there. And like I said, you can alternatively connect to the machine via SSH, and these are the credentials to do so if you want. Machine IP will appear once the machine is actually up and running, which it is in a few seconds. So as you can see now, there's an IP address. So if you were to SSH, you could type this command in while you're running the TryHackMe VPN. Enter this SSH in, you then do this username and password, and then on your own computer you're connected to it. But I'll be doing everything through the webpage here, so let's continue. Working with the Linux CLI, but there's no graphical interface on the server. How will we look for clues? We need to go when we have a Linux command line terminal. It's even better. Linux has a powerful command line interface, allowing you to use and manage the system simply by typing commands on your keyboard. It's not as hard as it sounds once you get used to it. Maybe you'll like the CLI more than the graphical interface. Not only that, but most experienced IT and cybersecurity experts work with CLI every day. So let's start learning. To run your first CLI command, you can do echo, and in between double quotes, hello world. And that has echoed to the terminal, hello world. Next, we'll run ls, and this will list all the files and directories in our current directory location. So if we were to do pwd, present working directory, we'll see in /home/mcskitty. So inside of this directory, we have the directories desktop, downloads, music, etc. and the file readme.txt. So if you did cat readme.txt, for all TBFC members, yesterday I spotted yet another exploit on our servers. Not sure what it means yet, but Wereville is in danger. To be prepared, I'll write the security guide by tomorrow. As a precaution, I'll also hide the guide from plain view. So it looks like McSkitty left a security guide after being kidnapped. It would definitely help. You might have noticed the guides directory when you ran ls last time. That's likely the directory we need. So if we change directory into guides and then run ls in there, it's currently hidden. So if you want to view files that are hidden, you do ls-la. And now we can see all files in here, and we can see the .guide.txt. So if we do cat.guide.txt, I think King Malhair from Hopstick Island is preparing for an attack. Not sure what his goal is, but exploits on our servers are not good. Be ready to protect Christmas by following this Linux guide. Check /var/log and grep inside. Let the logs become your guide. Look for eggs that want to hide. Check the shells for what's inside. Yes, great job finding the guide. Your flag is this. So while doing these challenges, we'll have flags we need to submit. So what we will do is highlight this with the mouse. We will right click to copy it. And if we go to the bottom, we will go to this second question and paste that in and check. And since we're here already, which CLI command would you use to list a directory? That is ls. Okay, going back to where we were. So he wants us to check the var log directory. So what we'll do is cd/var/log. We'll do an ls to see what files are in here. There are a lot of logs in here from all the various applications and daemons that run in Linux. But the one we're going to be searching for is the auth log. So we'll be running grep failed password and then auth.log. So grep is used for passing through text. What we're doing is we're giving the grep command the auth.log file, and we're telling it to find all instances or all lines where failed password is present. If we run that, we can see there are a lot of failed passwords. So if we carry on, you can see a lot of failed logins on the Sockmas account. Although I'm seeing for root. So in this part above, it says failed password for Sockmas. So maybe we'll change our grep command just so we can see exactly what it's seeing. So we'll change it from failed password to failed password for Sockmas. And there we go. Now we're seeing the failed password for Sockmas ones. And we can see it's for eggbox-number.hopsec.thm. And these are all coming from Hopsec locations. They were clearly trying to break into Sockmas, Wereville's Christmas ordering platform. What if Bad Bunnies left some malware there? Let's follow McSkitty's guide and look for exploits and eggshells with find, a command that searches for files with specific parameters such as name. So I'm just going to type clear to clear the terminal for now. We'll do find /home/Sockmas, which is the user that they were trying to break into, -name, and *egg**. These are wildcard characters, asterisks. So all we're searching for is any string that contains egg within it. And we can see with that, so it's Sockmas/2025/eggstrike.sh. So if we were to cd into home, Sockmas, and then 2025, and then we'll do a cat on the eggstrike so we can see what's running in this shell script. It reads the contents of wishlist, then pipes contents of wishlist to sort, so it orders it by alphabetical, it then passes that into unique, so any duplicate lines are excluded, so you only got all the unique lines, and this is sent to /tmp/dump.txt. It then removed the wishlist and echoed Christmas is fading. It then moved Eastmas.txt to a wishlist.txt, echoed Eastmas is invading. So the original wishlist is now located in /tmp_dump, and then the fake wishlist, which is eastmas.txt, is now located in wishlist.txt. But as we can see here, we've got another flag. So we will copy this, go to the bottom, and let's go from the top here. Which command helped you filter the logs for failed logins? That was grep. And what flag did you find inside the extract script? And that is this one. Okay, this section is basically describing what each command in that shell script did. So now it is clear that the server has been breached, and the Christmas wishlist has been replaced with an Eastmas one. Although you found no clue of what happened to McSkitty, at least you know the attackers were there. You can see how Sir Carrot Bane replaced the wishlist by visiting port 8080 on our virtual machine from the VM's web browser. You can open it by clicking the Firefox icon on the desktop. So within this virtual machine, go to Firefox on the top here and launch that. And with Firefox in here, we will go to http:// the IP address of your virtual machine, which you can see here or up here, and then port 8080. So welcome to Wereville's Christmas countdown. This is most wishlisted Christmas items. I don't know if you saw that second there. As you can see, it's glitching and trying to show up Easter. So from the VMs, open that on desktop, system utilities. There are hundreds of CLI commands to view and manage your system. So for example, uptime to see how much time your system is running, IP ADDR to check your IP address, PS AUX to list of processes, and you may also check the usernames and hashed passwords of users such as McSkitty or running cat on etc shadow. However, you need root for that. So root is the default ultimate Linux user who can do anything on the system, and switch the user to root with sudo su and return back to McSkitty with the exit command. Only root can open etc shadow and edit system settings. So this user is often a main target for attackers. At any moment you want to verify your current user, just run who am I. So we will go back to our terminal. Actually, that opened a new one. Let's minimize our Firefox and go back to here, and we will do who am I just to verify who we are. We are McSkitty. We'll then do sudo su to switch user to root, and who am I? If I can spell it correct, that'll be good. We can see we're now root. Bash history. Did you know that every command you run is saved in a hidden history file, also called bash history? It's located at every user's home directory. So for McSkitty, it will be /home/McSkitty.bash history. For root, same thing, /root/.bash history. So for root, and you can check it with a convenient history command, or just read the file directory with cat. So as root, we're going to cd to root. We are then going to do cat.bash history. Actually, there used to be an underscore there. So we can now see all the commands that have been ran. At the bottom, we see the ones we ran, but up above, we see the ones which were ran before us. So it modified the authorized keys for SSH, and then retrieved data from hopsec.thm, and we can see there is a flag. So we will copy this. And that does appear to be the last of the commands we need to do for this challenge. So we'll now go to the questions. Which command would you run to switch to the root user? That was sudo su. There is this flag here, and what flag did Sir Carrot Bane leave? That is this one. We will check that. So for those who consider themselves intermediate and want another challenge, check McSkitty's hidden note in /home McSkitty documents to get access to the key for side quest 1. So we will do check on that. And then enjoyed investigating a Linux environment, you can check out the Linux logs investigations room that TryHackMe has. Check on that. And that is all the challenges done for Advent of Cyber 2025 Day 1. Linux CLI shell spells. Like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.